Start your engines, New Mexico. He's a racing legend, a master builder, and a full-throttle hometown hero. From winning the Indy 200 to wrenching under the hood with local gearheads, Jim Guthrie doesn't just drive fast, he drives passion. Welcome to Guthrie's Garage, where classic cars, custom builds, and epic stories come roaring to life.
Hey everyone, welcome to Guthrie's Garage. I'm Jim Guthrie, and if you're anything like me, you've probably spent more time in your garage than in your own living room. Today I bring you a very special vehicle, one that was brought to our shop. Now this is American muscle at its finest. This is a 1967 Shelby GT500. I don't say this lightly, it's one of the nicest Shelbys we've seen roll into Guthrie's Garage. This is what happens when horsepower meets heart. Built when Carroll Shelby and the folks at Ford decided they wanted a Shelby that didn't just look fast, it was fast. Back in the day, this car came with a 428 cubic inch Police Interceptor V8. It growled louder than anything else on the road. It was a Mustang's meaner, tougher big brother, and it still turns heads almost 60 years later. This particular Shelby GT500, it's not just a pretty face. The owner has the passion to keep it true to its roots, as that is the best way to preserve its future value. So today, we're going to dig into what makes this build so special. We'll lift the hood, talk some shop, and take it for a little spin. I promise you're going to want to hear this thing roar. If you care about your car and you want to keep it maintained, this next Tech Talk is for you.
Hi, I'm Nathan.
And I'm Trent. We're with DEF CON Security Technologies.
With crime on the rise and criminals having access to your information, standard security just doesn't cut it.
For centuries, we've been improving the ways we protect ourselves and our property. Why are so many people still using cookie-cutter security systems?
Security isn't one size fits all and isn't just about padlocks and cameras. Great security requires strategic design and equipment that matches the threat.
Forget DIY, we build custom professional-grade security systems with real human support, not just apps and alerts. We're licensed, bonded, insured, and trained to secure everything from homes to high-end commercial facilities. Call or visit us today to upgrade your alarm, access, or video systems.
Let us protect your garages, homes, and businesses with next-century security technologies, not yesterday's padlocks.
Now this beast didn't just land here on its own. Let me introduce you to the guy behind the wheel and behind the build, CIDDIO. CJ, pleasure to have you. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for inviting us.
CJ's been an automotive enthusiast for years as he drives an awesome Jeep in Moab with his family every year. But before we dive into the story behind the car, let's talk about the guts of the Shelby. CJ, let me show you what we got here. So this is an original 428 Police Interceptor, but what makes this motor special is the dual quads. Two 4-barrel carburetors. So that means it'll pass everything but a gas station. So great fun. So CJ decided to do a concours restoration on this to preserve the most value. So CJ, share with us how you came to get this fine machinery.
Well, sometimes cars seem to find you. This car was long part of my story, long before I ever sat behind the wheel of the car. I had worked for 9 months to try and negotiate with the family. We were trying to overcome many legal hurdles, injunctions, and then I got the call one day that said, hey, we've got the authorization to sell the car. And I said, okay, meet me at DMV in 45 minutes. And we made the transaction that quick. We were there at DMV. We went and rescued the car out of storage. It had been in storage for 10 years. We pulled it out of storage. We went through the whole fuel system, the exhaust system, the brakes. We did tires, of course. They were quite old. But when we got it started, it still needed a lot of fine tuning. And that's when I came to Guthrie's Garage to fine tune it and to restore the engine actually. And made it so that we could drive it every day. I could literally jump in it, start it up, and drive down the road. When we did get the car home, I did want to mention, I started looking through the paperwork, and all of a sudden I started noticing my birthday was on all the paperwork. And I said, oh my God, this car was born on the same day as me. Not only the same day, the same year. So me and the car share the same birthday, same birth year. So needless to say, this vehicle is going to be with the family, I think, for generations to come.
That is a great story. I don't think in all my years, have ever known anybody that had a car on their that was made on their own birthday. That's pretty cool. That's pretty special.
Yeah,
So,
it is. I feel like it is. I feel it's meant to be.
absolutely, absolutely meant to be. Well, CJ, thanks for bringing it down. I'd say we go burn some fuel. Let's do it.
Awesome.
For busy New Mexicans, every minute counts. That's why Rich Ford Mobile Service brings the dealership to you. Whether you're at home or at work, our factory-trained technicians can handle recalls, battery replacements, and more, all using genuine Ford parts. It's the same quality and expertise you've grown to expect from Rich Ford over the last 64 years. Save time, skip the trip, and keep your vehicle running its best without disrupting your day. Rich Ford Mobile Service. Your time, your place, your trusted Ford team.
CJ, we want to thank you for bringing this legend back to life and making it part of your family's history. I'm Jim Guthrie on Guthrie's Garage. We'll see you next time.